All right, welcome everybody. Today we are going to be making some sticks of dynamite. That might seem crazy, but don't worry, they're just plastic dynamite. To do this, we're going to model it after this image. So we're going to make 7 sticks of dynamite. We're going to put some fuses on them. We're going to put some straps on them. And then we're actually going to write the word TNT or dynamite or something here in the middle. But that's kind of what we're looking for to do. Let's get down to it. There's lots of interesting things on this one to work with on Fusion. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to save my file. I'm going to save this into my 3D printed projects location. You choose your own location, but keep your stuff organized. Dynamite. I'm going to call it Dynamite, and I'm going to call mine video version. That way I know which one I use for the video. You don't need to call yours that. I'm going to click save. If you want to change the location, you can click this down arrow here. You can create a new project or a new folder, and then you can save it into that project or folder. Keep your stuff organized. As you build up more and more things, it'll get confusing pretty fast. All right, so next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to create, let me show you the picture again. We're going to create the sticks of dynamite first. So we're going to create 7 circles, line them all up, and then extrude out those sticks of dynamite. All right, to do that, I'm going to choose to create a sketch. I'm going to create it on the front plane of my sketch, and I'm going to add a circle to the middle of the sketch. I like to always anchor my sketches to the center of the grid. That way they don't move around as much, they're easier to work with. Next thing I'm going to do is grab another circle, drag it out, and put in 15, enter. Now one thing that's nice to do is if I click on this 15, if I double click on it, it'll let me edit it. And instead of typing 15, I can just click on this one right here. It'll put a D1 in there. Just click once and then hit enter. And now this one says FX diameter 15. That means that it's set to this one. So watch what happens. If I come in and change this one, double click on it, and change it to 25, they change together. So this second circle is getting its measurement from this first circle. Click back on it and go 15. And now I want these lined up next to each other, so I'm going to do tangent. Remember, tangent is how we get things to touch circles really nicely. So this circle and this outside circle, and now they're touching. And one thing I notice about this, I could go ahead and make 6 other circles going around this way, but I notice also that these circles are in a circular pattern around the centerpiece of dynamite. So once I notice that, my life gets a little easier. I can come here to create circular pattern. The object that I want to create a pattern with is this outside circle, and the center point for the pattern is the inside of the center circle. And now I can just up the quantity to 6 and then click OK. I could also draw 15mm circles all around the outside and then make them all tangent and do that as well. All right, one really cool thing, because we made this, we linked these two together and then we pattern all of these. If I come in here and change this to 20, they all get bigger perfectly together. So that's a pretty cool thing to do. 15. Okay, so the last thing I want to do is right now they're sitting kind of wonky, and I want those bottom 2 sticks of dynamite to be on the bottom, not kind of at a weird angle like this. To fix that, I'm going to do something kind of weird. I'm going to grab a construction line. I'm going to connect these bottom 2 sticks of dynamite with a construction line. Hit escape to leave the tool. Now notice how this, if I can make this thing horizontal, they would be lined up perfectly with each other. To do that, I've got this really cool constraint up here called the horizontal vertical constraint. What this does is the next line you click on, if that line is closer to being horizontal, it's going to make it horizontal. If it's closer to being vertical-ish, it's going to make it be vertical. This one, when I click on it, because it's already close to being horizontal, it shifts it down to make it perfectly horizontal. And now my sketch is locked in. Everything is black. It's fully constrained. Let's extrude. Hit E for extrude, and we're going to kick them out the back. Oh, perfect. Just drag this out. And I want it to be 7 times longer than it is wide. That's the dimension of dynamite. So that means 105. 7 times 15 is 105 millimeters. Hit enter. There's our sticks of dynamite. I'm going to push the A button to bring up the Appearance tab. And underneath here, let me show you where I am because I'm already deep into it. Underneath this list, there's a paint one. I'm going to come down here to paint and I'm going to click on metallic. I like that look, but choose whatever you'd like. And I'm going to grab this red and just drop it right on the dynamite. Awesome. And now I've got something that's dynamite looking. If there's a little download button over here, you have to download it first. Just click on it, give it a few seconds. It'll download it, add it to your model. I'm going to go ahead and close this. And then in my bodies folder over here, I'm going to change this body. I'm going to call it Dynamite. That way I can keep track of what everything is. Okay, so there's my Dynamite, got it going. Next thing we need to do, let me show you the picture again, is we need to create little cutouts here on all the Dynamite to have the blasting cap go into. So let's do that next. To do that, I'm going to create a sketch on one of these circles. And if I hide the Dynamite, you can see I only really have one of the circles drawn on my sketch. So turn the Dynamite back on. I'm going to do P for project. And I'm going to click on all these other circles so that I have them on my sketch. And click OK. Now when I hide the Dynamite, I can kind of see all the circles that I need to see. So next thing I'm going to do is click here. I'm going to grab a circle tool, go to my center circle and drag it out. And I want the outside is 15, so I'm going to make this one 11. Yeah, perfect. And then I'm going to come over here and I'm going to grab another circle. I'm going to come up here to this top one, find the center of it, drag it out, and set it to 11. I'm going to double click on it and then click once on this distance and then hit enter. And now these two are stuck together as well. So if I want to change this to 12 later because it doesn't look right, I can easily change it. Now I'm going to go to create menu. I'm going to do that circular pattern thing again. I could go around making a circle in each one of these, but this way is going to be a little faster, I think. So I'm going to pattern this circle, the outside of the circle, and I'm going to pattern it around this center point here. And you can see I've got 3, 4, 5, 6, and click OK. Awesome. You know what? I think I'm going to do 12. Yeah, I think that's better looking instead of 11. And notice when I change this one that all of them change, which is kind of really cool. I'm going to finish this sketch now. I'm going to turn my Dynamite back on. I'm going to kick it over to the edge so I can see what's going on. And then I'm going to extrude this. So I'm extrude all of these inside circles. And I'm going to extrude them back 4 millimeters. So -4. That's deeper than I really want, but I want to leave, I'm going to cut a little bit extra deep so I can put the blasting cap in there as well. We're going to make blasting caps for them. And click OK. All right, so now I've got the little indents on this side. I need to get them in the other side over here. Now, I can do all that work over again. It's a great way. If you want to do it that way, yay for you. But I'll show you a neat technique to do to make it faster. So what I really want to do is just mirror these exact same things on the other side. But before I mirror it, I need to have the halfway point marked. To mark the halfway point of the Dynamite, I need to do a construction and then midplane. So what it's asking me for is which two planes we want to be in the middle of. Well, I want to have something right in the middle of this face and the back face. Doesn't matter which one I click on. So it just drew this plane right in the middle of the Dynamite. So I'm going to say, okay, great. I'm going to click all right. Now move back to the home view real quick. And now I'm going to do this cool thing called mirror. So I'm going to come over here to the create menu, click on mirror. And what I want to mirror here is not the whole body. That would be like the whole stick of Dynamite. I want to create another one of those. I just want to mirror a feature of it, which are these holes in the front. So over here, I'm going to click on these holes, right? Oh, it's so hard to click sometimes. Right there you can do. If you're having a hard time clicking it, just hold your left mouse down. Oh, maybe not. That usually works. It's not working on this one. So keep going until you find that hole, those right there. Boom, just like that. And then the plane that you're mirroring around is this middle one. And you can see right away what it's doing. It's just mirrored those cuts over to the other side and click OK. How cool is that? Now, one of the really nice things about this as well is because I've just mirrored them. I'm going to come over here to the construction folder first, turn off the midplane. Because I did them with the mirror command, now if I go in and change this original sketch right here, I go edit sketch and I'm like, okay, now I really want this to be 13. And I hit enter. and I finish sketch, don't do this, just take a look at how it works. It automatically goes and fixes all of that as well. Like everything gets mirrored the same all the way across. So that's pretty cool. I'm going to right click, edit sketch. And I'm going to change this back to 12. And again, all of these change. And then because all of those change, the mirror changes all the ones on the back side. So yeah, really cool. Okay, I think that's it for this lesson. What we're going to do next lesson, we're going to build straps for the outside, and we're going to write TNT on it. And those will be a really fun thing to do. All right, see you soon.